before we get into anything, this is my altcoin trade. As you guys know, I don't really trade altcoins, but I have been shifting to the altcoins lately because Bitcoin haven't been giving these great opportunities. That's why this month have been a bad month. Because of course, first of all, we took a couple of L's, and the thing is that I did not had opportunities to cover that L's. So I'm shifting to the alts and see how. Let's see how that works out. So first of all, if I you can see my screen, right? Yeah, so this fat trade, I really like it because if you see from the broader perspective, okay, I'm not gonna get into the technical details, but like if you see it from the broader perspective, uh, the price we had a 10th of, let me give you the context, okay? So we had this 10th October crash here, and what happened is price bounced from this level. It gave a very high pump, then it slowly went down and gave a pump again, and then it finally did a breakdown, then did a retest, confirming that we have lost this major support, and then we started this range, blah 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 blah. We started this range, okay, and then we finally did a breakout of this range, and that's the first retest of this range. So this cannot be ignored because this is a very massive support. You can see how much time we have respected this in the past. So I just do not want to ignore this support. So that's why I am really looking to long fat from here. My invalidation zone is pretty clear as well. It's below this support level, and if we lose the support level, then yeah, it's pretty much that fat is cooked, and now we will go further. We have couple of levels below this support as well, where you guys can potentially look for longs. Those levels are this. Let me mark this range out. So this line, do you see? Let me just extend this, okay? This would be your next long zone if this level fails out. This is a very important zone because once we lost this major support here, this was the resistance of a new range that we formed. So if a price does not bounce from here, there is a huge chance that it will bounce from this support. So yeah, this is another area that you can look for a potential long if this fails. Right now, it looks like it is doing a pretty good job holding it. Yes, we are printing a red candle, but I don't think so. It is a very big problem overall because we are holding above it. We also have inverse here. We also have the daily FEG here. We don't have an anchored VWAP. That's unfortunate. And we have also swept these liquidity points here. So I am really optimistic about this trade. So let's see how this works out. If it doesn't, I do have other coins that I am looking at, and I will probably share the of them as well. Okay. So that is up with the fat and why I am looking to trade the fat. So that was my reasoning. Okay. So let's talk about the Bitcoin overall. If you managed to watch my last stream, you know that what level I was talking about, and it was a pretty simple 73K to the 71K level. This is the major level where I am looking for a long, and it is pretty obvious why I am doing that. Because if I draw the Fibonacci, for this level, we have the naked point of control and 0.62. The 71K level is a very important to look for long. And the second level is the 73K level. We have the anchored VWAP and the retest of the value area high. So if you want a long, in simple words, okay, I'm not going to make it complex. So if you want a long, this is the level simply you want to look for longs. Before that, I am not interested in a longs. Now, if I go on a 2 hour time frame, I know we have this mini range here that we are trading in, and we are currently bouncing from the value area low, but this is not an area where I personally want to look for longs. My bias is still in shorts, and it is pretty obvious why. Because first of all, of course, we have done a break of a structure, two major break of a structure. So I don't know why I would look for long here, especially since we do not even have a very good long point of interest. I want to look for shorts on the Bitcoin. So if I get an opportunity to short the Bitcoin somewhere around here, I would be happy to take this and execute. And by the way, on my last stream, I mentioned about the shot from here, and you can see how beautifully that worked out. And I posted on my channel as well. I can bring it up. Give me a second. I was talking about this shot. Yeah, you can see. I have my alerts on if you already have not. See this. So what we did is, let me just zoom this out. So what we did is that we had this mini range. Do you see this, guys? And we did a breakdown of this mini range, retest, and then we entered in a short. And I explained that entire thing on my stream. Now what I'm looking for shorts is from this 0.705 level. Now this is not the really greatest short. I will agree with you on this, but I think it is something. And I'm gonna be really passive with my entry, and I want the best entry, and I'm gonna short tail here. You can have this stop You can have this stop loss. Personally, I would like to have it above because I don't want value area high to be retested again. So it's fine if we have a wider stop loss, and we can look to play out something like this if we get an opportunity. If I use the anchored VWAP, yeah, we don't have major anchored VWAP confidence, but this is the shot where the shot I would like to play. And for the longs, I have already told you my levels, which is of course this box that I have marked out. I'm not going to explain the reasoning if you want, and if you can watch my previous stream, I did. What levels are you looking to shot? You are not able to watch it. Uh, see, 77.200. Are you able to see it clearly now? I hope you are, because I don't know why you are not able to see. I think it's because of my chart colors or something. But yeah, 77.2k level is where I want to short, because we have this inverse here, and we also have 0.705 level. And of course, we are in a bearish structure. That's the main confluence. So we want to be in the bias short unless the 72k levels comes in. So yeah, I hope this made sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no worries, bro. So yeah, and I'm not gonna explain the reasoning for the 72k long. You can watch my previous stream if you are a VIP member, which you should be because you are missing on a lot. If you're not, just watch this stream with my previous stream. I'm pretty sure Bilal have uploaded it on the YouTube of the Earnelite. Thank you if he did. And yeah, that's for the Bitcoin overall. I don't have much to add. I am still looking for my Fed to play out, and yeah, overall, the thing is, you will ask me that if you're looking for Bitcoin lower, why are you longing the Fed? Keep in mind, this is a swing level. First of all, this is very important. This is a swing long, and the stop loss is very wide, almost a 6% stop loss. So we have a gap to play out. And the second thing is that Fed seems to be outperforming the Bitcoin. Like, this looks very better than the Bitcoin. So that's why I am more interested in the Fed right now. And Fed is just retesting its very major support. So when you retest very major supports like this, you have to understand the risk. The trading is all about risk to reward ratio. So the risk to reward ratio for the fat from here is insane, considering the how important and strong this level is. So that is why I just don't want to ignore it. I hope also that made sense for my reasoning. Let's talk about the Ethereum. Ethereum seems to, we are seeing, yeah, this is my main Ethereum short level. So you can just see Ethereum seems to be looking really bad. It seems we are losing our mini range on a 4 hour time frame that we have here. Like you can see, we had this mini range here, very beautiful mini range, and it seems we are losing this. So which is not good. Not good at all. Okay, just give me a second. Let me analyze it furthermore, and I'll be able to give you a better analysis for this. I like this level. Okay, okay. If I come on a 2 hour time frame, you can also see that the structure is pretty clear, to be honest. uh, Lower low, lower high. We ranged, then we made a lower low, lower high, lower low, and I'm expecting a new lower high to be made where I would love to short the Ethereum furthermore. Similar, uh, similar idea as Bitcoin to short. This is the level where I would like to short the Bitcoin. Oh, sorry, the Ethereum. Ethereum ranges are very clear than the Bitcoin. That I will tell you, to be honest. I'm gonna be aggressive with the entry on the Ethereum because you can see we have a value area low here. I want these equal lows to be swept out, these liquidity here. This would be my Ethereum short level. Okay. Uh 2300. Again, I'm not gonna place limits on the Ethereum, maybe on the Bitcoin, because Ethereum is I'm a bit squeaky about, but I do like this level. That is what I'm gonna say. Let me just place my alerts on the Bitcoin. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be hurry with my update because, as I told you, I have some electricity issues and I don't want to leave you guys hanging in. And if you guys have any chart requests, do let me know as well. In meantime, the one chart I do want to cover is also Syrup. I'm looking at this chart. It's looking a bit interesting to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, if I go on a 4 hour time frame, This trend is looking really beautiful to me. Just look at this 4 hour trend that we have here, the trend line we are respecting. That's what I'm loving about the setup. If I go on a daily time frame, you can also see we had this major support here, major support here. We got in a lot of bounces from this support previously, and the price is currently trading above it. So that's what I like. That's why I am interested in setup long. My invalidation is pretty clear that if we lost this trend line, if we lost this support, and if we lost this low, see, that's what I love about the setup, because our invalidation zone is pretty strong and pretty clear in the setup chart. We have to lose these three important areas. This low, which will make the setup turn into a bearish structure. The second thing is this trend line, which will also confirm a bearish structure. And the third thing is lost of this support, which will of course will turn setup in a bearish structure. That's why I love setup, because the invalidation is pretty clear, and I am looking to target these equal highs here and this daily imbalance here. That is what my target is. I am thinking to share this trade inside the earner. I'll check if I get more confident on this. I would like to see some sort of bounce right now. Yeah, my TP zone is pretty awesome as well. If you're looking to get exposure in longs, I think CDUP chart is definitely looking very interesting to me right now. I'm just dropping it in front of you so you guys can get back to it. The one chart, there was one more chart that I wanted to look at. Yes, it was A. I was looking at the A recently. There is more buying happening than the selling right now. Yeah, A. A is something I am also interested in shorts, because if you see now, do you see the difference between the ave and the setup? How the setup was properly maintaining a proper structure, but ave have lost this structure. Now, do you know what I mean by why I am really liking the ave here? You can see we have also lost this trend line here, so this is looking of course very bad. We have lost this mini range that we formed here as well, and we have also done a break of the structure. I don't know why my chart is looking so blurry. Is my vision or is my monitor? I need to get a new monitor, man. Lol. Anyways, this AVE short is what I'm looking at right now. Pretty clear invalidation zone, that if we close above this value area high here, then I will close this position. And pretty good entry zone, especially because since we have confirmed that we are in a bearish structure on a AVE. So what I would like to see is, I would like to see a retest of this value area low here, 0.62 level here. And I would like to make it my alerts, and I would like to short this level if it comes to. And if it drops here and hits the TP first, then that's your invalidation. Okay, do not take this trade again. Yeah, overall I really like this chart. And Dodge, yeah, let's look at the Mon and Dodge. So my analysis is pretty much clear on the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now I'm gonna do the altcoin chart request. Okay, for you. If I go on a daily time frame, the daily does look relatively better. That is what I'm gonna say. You can see this was our range. We did a breakout retest, and now we are in a bull trend. I like it. I like it. Definitely, I like it. See this. We have done a swing failure pattern at the low. I'm not gonna lie, I like what I'm seeing here. Yeah, guys, I'm like what I'm seeing here. Mm-hmm. Let me come on a 4 hour time frame. 1 hour is looking really interesting for the longs as well. To be honest, I would say that longs here is not a bad idea. Like to play if we get an opportunity. Interested in longs for the mon for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is how I'd like to play the Mon if we get it. Let me just also look at the Dodge here. Yeah, 4 hour also looks good for the entry. Dodge, yeah, let's look at the Dodge. Dodge, Dodge, Dodge. Yeah, this was the Dodge trade I gave it on the live stream, I'm pretty sure. And it's working great. Yeah. We were in this compressed range, very nice range. And when we started to do this compression, I get to know, yeah, see, that's what I love about the support. See, I'm going to tell you this important philosophy. See, let's say you have a support. The price taps on the support a lot of time, a lot of time. Most people would say that support is becoming weaker. But you have to understand, yes, it is becoming weaker, but the risk to reward ratio is also increasing. Because why? Because let's say you make an entry here, your invalidation zone is pretty clear. What here? Just below the last lows that we tapped on, and you can target the highs. And that's exactly what we did on the Dodge. See, yeah, I know that we were tapping the support a lot, but my invalidation zone was pretty clear that if we lose below these lows here, then yeah, my trade is invalidated, and you can see we did not, and the trade is up almost 3 hour for the Dodge. I think the long opportunity is definitely off. We are rejecting from this 4 hour imbalance here. I would like to pass on the short. I'm not. I would like to pass on the Dodge. I'm not enjoying this chart very much. Not comfortable in charting this. Also look at the based. I would look at the arrow and these are the last chart focus I take daily. Hmm. It's an interesting chart. I like it. Yeah, that's not I like about. Do you see? I do not like this. Yeah, this is looking bad. This is good for shorts. This is looking good for shorts if you ask me. We have lost the trend line. We have done a swing failure pattern. We have lost the mini range. What I would like to see is I would like to see the retest of this level, and this is where I want to look for longs. Short into the longs. That's the goal with the arrow here. Go down. This is where we enter in long, and we go higher target higher. Definitely the main bias is for the longs because the trend is very good. But the swing failure pattern on a daily time frame is not something that I can ignore. So arrow is looking good for the shorts. It's a very risky trade because the breakdown of this mini range haven't been confirmed because we need a retest to confirm that. But I'd say it's worth a risk because this structure is looking very, 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 what I would say, weak, and we have a swing failure pattern. So, and we also have the break of structure on a 1 hour and 4 hour. So yeah, I think this is good. This is good for the shorts. This is my opinion for the AVE. Let's look at the XRP and then wrap this up. XRP STT. Let's go on a 4 hour time frame, guys. And yeah, this was my. I'm pretty sure this was my previous analysis on the XRP. And yeah, this is the level where I was looking for an initial bounce, and you can see we did had some sort of initial bounce here. But it seems that it did not. The bounce did not last that much. And if you are in a long trade, you can close it on the even because this is looking really bearish. Either I would like to be in a short. But again, we are in a actual. I'm gonna pass it. The reaction we have gotten is really bad. Yeah, no longs before this level, unfortunately. Looking weak. Yep. So all right, guys. Yeah, and as I said, guys, I have to be. I have electricity issues, but this is a pretty good stream to be honest. We did a lot of charts. We have made our Bitcoin plan. I have gave you the short level. I'm pretty sure I placed my alerts as well, right? If I did not, I will. Yeah, I have placed alerts. I just hope that we just do not go down without retesting my level. There's a huge chance that we will just go down without retesting my huge level. Hope that does not happen. But anyways, guys, I have given you my longs level. I have given you my shorts level. I have done your chart request. We do this stream every Monday and every Thursday. These streams are also being recorded for the VIP members. If you're not, you're missing on a whole lot of stuff. You can check our monthly success as well, guys. We have been hanging out constantly. Great months, if not one analyst in very typical and hard. So, yeah, definitely make sure to get that VIP thing if you're not. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the Monday stream. I'm gonna drop the link. If you are interested in my type of analysis, the you can hit the interest button. Cheers, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next stream. Bye.